Hi, it's Chris again with C&H Auto Accessories coming from Margate, Florida. And what we have today, well, we have the new Toyota Tacoma, and we just did the Revolver X4TS on it by Bak Industries. But before we get started, hit that like button, stop what you're doing, go hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, get it out of the way. Best thing to do. So, by the way, if you have questions, that's our telephone number. Now, you can ask questions online, and I do get to it. It just takes a while. But if you're looking for like a quick answer, just call us. Also, the product will have a link to it on the bottom of the video. You can order this, but I get some important information I'm going to tell you before you order this. So come on over here, and I'll tell you what I'm referring to here. Okay, so let's take a good look on how it looks. Here it is. Okay, so it's a nice clean look. Now the Revolver XTS, which is the TS is the T slot, and that's basically if you want to add racks to it. So if you want to put a low rack or high rack, you can do it. Now usually when you put the low racks, you have to make sure you get one with a quick release, so you can take it off and on real quick, so you won't be in the way of the rolling part, or get one's high enough where you can roll it where it doesn't not interfere with it. Now this does come with a 5-year manufacturer warranty. It has a 400-pound weight capacity. Now that is evenly distributed. I know when people hear 400 pounds, they think, you know, Uncle Louie was 400 pounds, you can stand in the middle. No, it's really designed, if you're putting stuff on here, of course you got the T-slot, so you can put loops in there, secure like lumber and stuff like that, but the weight's distributed throughout the cover. Now, before we go into how it works, go swing around here, just get a good look on it. It is a low profile cover. It does sit in the bed here, and this is a rolling hard cover. So basically it's got a nice marine grade vinyl on top of metal. Okay, so here the thing keeps locking. All these new trucks lock after a few seconds, so luckily I bought the key. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. Okay, I'm gonna go over a few things. I'm also gonna go over installation things that you need to know if you're going to order this. Now, you do have a left and right release mechanism. So if you're standing on the passenger side or the driver's side, you can open this up no problem. If you look here, it's got a big fat seal. Now, how this up, when you close the tailgate, compressing that seal requires me to put a little extra effort in. I guess some people get covers and they're like, why is it harder to close the tailgate? Because the tailgate's pressing against that seal. And you want that because it's gonna do better at keeping Mother Nature out. So weather, rain, stuff like that, you don't want to get in there. Actually, we sell trucks like this to desert areas, and you don't want dirt in there or sand. This is gonna help keep that out. Now, is it 100% waterproof? It is not 100% waterproof, but no cover really is. So keep that in mind. This one does a good job the way it's set up. So if you look here, it rolls here. Now you see this little rubber thing here? That is to keep your hand from getting too hot, because this being all black can get a little hot. As you can see, it's pretty darn easy to roll all the way up here. And then you got your little strap. This is gonna go around here. And let me see if I'm gonna pull this out so you can see a little better. Basically it goes in here, and I'm gonna grab this piece and I'm just gonna pull it tight. Now, one thing you notice when this is all the way open, the third brake light is not covered. So if you're having cameras in there, that's good. Also, you can see out your rear view mirror. So you don't really lose any space. Like on the phone covers, they do have a tendency to sit right there and block that. Now, you also don't lose any space inside the bed. With a canister cover, you might have to, have a little spot there. So as space goes, this is going to be one of the better ones. So now I'm going to go into some things that real truck or Bak Industries don't want you to tell you, but my videos are not all about how great it is. I'm going to tell you the pros and cons, and today's you're going to hear some of the cons on this one. So let's start with some of the issues I had installing this today. Now, you see you got black hardware, and there's one in the middle, silver. Well, unfortunately, when they put the black hardware in here, it was hitting the rail here, and it kind of made this thing push it away from the edge here. So I switched to a skinnier hardware, which is right about here. Now the ones at the end, not a problem, because the rails are not in the way, but the one in the middle there, now I'm a little surprised that the Bak Industries didn't notice that when they're putting it on, when you use the one in the middle, it did affect how this sat. Second thing is, this thing is a 4-rail system. You see the 2 rails on top, there's actually a set of rails on the bottom here. And it is quite difficult to get this thing pushed all the way in, so it's a nice tight fit. We did get a very good tight fit, but you know what, to be on the safe side, I added an extra roll of foam all the way underneath there, just in case, because it's right on the edge. It looks good, but there might be some kind of break-in period there, so I sealed it a little bit better. Also, the thing over here, I added some more extra foam in the corners here, because there is a huge gap between the bed cap and the bed, so we added extra foam. Now, most of the time, I'm going to tell you this is something you can do at home. This one, I mean, let me be 100% honest. If I'm going to do it, I have all the extra stuff. I have the extra hardware. I have the extra foam. I can make this work the way it's supposed to work. If I was just thinking today when we're working on this thing, I'm thinking if someone had ordered this and got it home, they might just return it. Even though it's a very nice cover, the installation is very difficult. And the reason it's so difficult is because they made some errors on designing this. Now, they're not big errors. If they was, I wouldn't even put it on. But, I had to change out hardware. Now, to me, it's not a big deal. I have a whole cabinet for every hardware you could possibly think of, and I went through and found the one that fits perfectly. So when I take it to their house, they're not going to have all these extra stuff. So this is why I'll do it here. I would not, until they fix some of these things I mentioned to you, I probably will not recommend drop shipping this to you. There's actually some other brands I would recommend. So right now we're only doing this here in-house until a real truck gets around, or back industry get around and fixing a few of the things. And of course they're saying, oh, it's probably fine. It's fine now because we know what we're doing, and we've been doing this 20 years, whatever it's been. Well, I've been doing it 20 years, so it's not a big deal, but it's a tight fit. Again, you have to push both hands on each side because it's such a tight fit. You can't get away with pushing one here or one here. You have to do exactly how I did if you want it to close correctly. Now I'm going to close this tail giver, but remember that big fat seal there, I have to put a little extra oomph into it because of that. There you go. See that? But again, it's going to be really tight in there. It's going to be impossible to get in here. Someone tried to get in here with a clothes hanger or whatever, they're not getting in there. Super tight. Like I said, we made the adjustments here, so it's just fine now, and I'm totally okay with sending this out to the customer. For you, it might be a little tougher. Now, again, I'm Chris with C&H Auto Accessories, and this is a review with some information regarding the install on the Revolver X4TS on a brand new Toyota Tacoma. And again, hit that like button. I know I said it before, but do it, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much.